So Michael's going to join me again for this one. We were talking about the standard fire flame demonstration where you can, flame test where you can show how different elements have different colors, or you can connect it to fireworks and why you get different colors with different metals combined in salts. So we're going to use for this demo, this is kind of another twist on that. We can get into some of the fire dynamics for any students that might be interested in fire science, or this is kind of a scary thing when you see this when you're out fighting fires as a firefighter, but we're going to show a fire tornado. So we're going to use copper chloride to give us our colored flame to help us see a little bit better. And then our base, we're going to be using methyl alcohol. This is the flammable part that gets a hot enough flame in order to react with the metal to give you the green flame. So we're going to place on a turntable, and unfortunately this one has no power, so we have to manually move this one. I put 3 rubber stoppers and then a wire mesh garbage can. I've used chicken wire, but it gets a little tipsy, so the nice thing about this is you want to center it so when it spins, it's not wobbly, because you don't want everything to tip and fall off, but you want it nice and centered so it gives you a nice, just basic motion. And hopefully on film you can see the seam on there. It kind of lets you know you don't have to go super fast, but that's about as fast as we're going to go. And I'm going to put on safety goggles here.
And is the mesh important to keep...
the mesh actually creates the air current.
Oh,
sorry, I should have mentioned
right.
That's a good point. So without it, when you're just spinning it, you'll get a nice little fire whirl, but it only goes up a couple inches. And the wire mesh creates more of a vortex field, and it gets the airflow moving, and it causes the fire to come up even higher.
Okay.
So, sorry, so we're going to sprinkle in some of the copper chloride. You don't need a lot, but and again, we're being very non-technical with the measurements, but usually just a little sprinkling on the bottom. That'll do. I don't know if that'll even show up on the camera, but it's just a fine amount.
Yeah, you should do.
Okay, I could do more, but not necessary. And then again, just pouring a decent amount of methyl alcohol in it. The more you do, the longer the flame goes, but it's not hugely important. Always make sure you move it away from the demo. Another thing I learned the hard way. We didn't have a major accident, but we definitely had a small one. Alright, so there's that.
But at least there's a fire in there.
Exactly. And then I usually, again, I've learned to use matches because doing this, I burnt my hand coming out of there. So, and then again, I'm just going to test it to make sure it spins fairly solid in the middle. It's not too wobbly. That looks pretty good. And then what we'll do is we'll get it going, and then we'll turn off the lights, and you'll be able to see it. So there's that part, and there we go. So it gets a nice higher flame, and it should start turning green once it gets hot enough to react with the copper.
I'm starting to see speckles.
Yep, maybe I should have put in some more. But if we slow it down to even stop, the flame is just kind of small. Now we're getting a little bit green. Just have to get hot enough to react with the copper. But the bluish color is the methyl alcohol, and then sometimes jarring helps. And then even just a slow spin. I mean, I've barely spun that, and it comes up nice and high. And then I usually have some atom molecules above it that are flittering around from the heat. Right? Oh, there we go. Now we're getting a nice green. Now it should show up really good on camera. And so a friend of mine has a higher garbage can. You can get them to come up even higher. So this will happen with convection with fires. When you get heat, hot and cold temperatures with fires, and this will start happening in forest fires and structure fires, and it gets really scary because it's just showing where the airflow is moving, and it's drawing in more oxygen down near the base of the fire, which is really going to cause that fire to flame back up again and get really dangerous for people trying to put it out. So it looks like we're burning off the methyl alcohol, but that's kind of a fun way to demo this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just a quick little twist on that. So,
Yeah, I should get this.